I'm sure for many DCEU fans, there was a large sense of panic last week when multiple reports said Matt Reeves was going to leave as director of WB's upcoming Batman solo project. This movie, scheduled to be the first DCEU solo Batman film, has been a volatile project since its announcement. I mean, just going back to Ben Affleck's going to be a director, then he's not going to be a director, then is he going to leave, is he not going to leave, is Jake Gyllenhaal going to be a new Batman? Is this even going to be connected to the DCEU? I mean, it seems like this movie is constantly in flux with regards to its status, what's going on in production. I mean, like I said before, it's just a very volatile project as far as we know with regards to all the news releases that come out. Granted, they could all be wrong, but as far as we know, this may be the most volatile project in the DCEU upcoming slate. John Campea, who has been very active in the movie and entertainment industry for many years, said with vague and cryptic words that something big happened with the DCEU, but not in a good way. So bad, in fact, that many people would get pitchforks to protest or quote unquote go bananas. Now, people immediately assumed the worst and it was something Batman related, but The Wrap quickly released an article and report saying the project is actually okay. So if it's not a Matt Reeves issue or a Batman related issue, what is this big news? Honestly, we have no idea what news it could possibly be. I mean, what news would it be if no one else seems to know about it? And that's what really shocks me the most, is just how no other scoopers seem to know what the news could be. I'm a bit skeptical because he did also give himself a sliding timeline between basically now and like various months in the future. Like at one point he's like, it could be released a month from now, it could be announced 3 months from now. I mean, that kind of wide range is, I mean, it leaves a lot of uncertainty there with regards to, well, it could be pretty much anything that comes out in the next few months. That could be, you could later on claim that's what he was talking about. That's that, but I don't want to claim that he's wrong or he made up a scoop for attention because there's really as much evidence to him being wrong as there is right. But it's a flexible situation. So with that being said, let's look at some possible things it could be that would be so detrimental for the DCEU, yet not including Matt Reeves or this Batman project. So the two biggest things I could think of is Henry Cavill leaving the DCEU or Jared Leto leaving the DCEU. With Mr. Cavill, it all stems from Warner Brothers dragging their feet on another Superman movie while he is basically going to use his last contractual appearance in the Shazam movie. Now, as a Shazam fan personally, I'm excited to see him in it. I mean, the more Superman we get, the better for the DCEU, in my personal opinion, because he kind of kicked it all off. So in my eyes, he should kind of be their Iron Man, especially with how popular around the world the character of Superman is and kind of what he stands for. When you think about it, when's the last time we saw Superman besides Justice League? Batman v Superman, and then before that, Superman. And when you really reflect on that and you reflect on the DCEU slate, it's crazy to think that the last solo movie for Superman we got was Man of Steel in 2013. So with the DCEU already announcing release dates for 2 movies in 2020, and get this, developing 15 other movies besides a Man of Steel sequel, it's very possible we won't see another solo adventure with the Man of Steel until 2021, or for another way of saying it, 8 years after Man of Steel. My fears of it being released in 2021 or later is actually the fact that Flashpoint, Suicide Squad 2, the Batman, and even the Black Adam solo movie are further in development than Man of Steel 2 as far as we know. Besides release dates and development, Henry Cavill will need a new multi-picture deal for future movies, as kind of what I said before, his current deal will be used up with the Shazam movie. There seems to be mutual interest on both sides to make more Superman movies and getting him signed to a new deal because he loves the character. However, if they're going to drag their feet about it, not really commit to a director on it, not really get a story officially written down and nailed down for what they're actually going to do, it's very likely that this could be a situation because I know he's a very busy guy. He's doing tons of more projects. I mean, look at the whole Mission Impossible fiasco, for example. I mean, I'm sure Henry Cavill isn't going to want his star power to just be dried up by no Superman movie coming out. I'm sure he wants to pursue more projects and do more stuff since he is getting out there more as a known name. But that's for that one. That's really the only thing I could think of at first thought for it would be like so huge people would protest. Because can you imagine the fan reactions if they figured out he is not coming back? I mean, think about it. A DCEU without Superman. Like, would they recast the character? I'm sure a lot of fans would be upset about that, wasting the actor. Would they just stop making movies with him entirely? I mean, there's a lot that could possibly happen here. I mean, Henry Cavill, I want him to come back personally. I think everybody wants him to come back. But besides anything Batman related, the first thing on my mind would be it's something Superman related. If it's so big, people would go bananas and protest with pitchforks and all that stuff. Moving on to a potential secondary option, I think maybe Jared Leto leaves the Joker role. Now, here's why. So we all know Jared Leto hasn't been exactly that shy about his feelings with regards to how he was used as the Joker in Suicide Squad in the final cut, along with kind of the reception he got for his performance. And in the similar way, fans haven't been shy at all about their feelings towards his performance. And he's a very talented actor, don't get me wrong, but Warner Brothers has also allowed really confusing stuff to circulate the news field with rumors like Joaquin Phoenix is going to be a new Joker for this Joker solo movie, which may or may not be in the DCEU, and there's going to be a Harley Quinn movie, which may or may not have the Joker in it. I mean, it's just like all this confusing stuff going on that Warner Brothers is just letting be out there. It doesn't seem like they want to refute anything, which could be just common practice for them, but also at the same time, it's kind of weird after the reception the Joker got that you might do another Joker movie without the guy you casted to be your Joker. Jared Leto, he did kind of let on in interviews just by how he was responding that he may have kind of gotten bored with the character, or not really bored, but he's not as in love with the character as maybe he was when he was in talks to play the role or when he signed the dotted line. I mean, it definitely seems that the negative reception or mixed reception from Suicide Squad kind of had an effect on him with regards to his feelings towards Warner Brothers and just portraying the character itself. Like, I think he likes the character, but I think with regards to how Warner Brothers wants to use him or has used him, it's kind of made him a little disillusioned, potentially. I'm just giving my opinion out there. I don't know if that's actually fact or not. What do you guys think? Do you think if Jared Leto left, it would, make you so angry you want to protest the DCEU? What do you think John Campea's kind of not scoop, but kind of scoop might actually be? I'd be with Jared Leto's part, I would be disappointed if he left. I wouldn't be super angry. But with Henry Cavill, I would definitely be very angry if he ended up leaving, because he's a fantastic actor, and to see him just be wasted in this role, it'd be really tragic. So comment below with your guys' thoughts, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for checking out our content. Check out our Facebook and Twitter for our latest updates, and our website for the latest news articles and editorials. Also, feel free to donate to our Patreon if you'd like to see our current content get better. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys have a great day.